The late afternoon sun cast long shadows on the dusty sidewalk. Elena, a young girl with eyes as bright as the hibiscus flowers in her hair, skipped home from school. Her mind was on the sweet rice pudding her grandmother had promised her, but her gaze was drawn to a sight that made her heart ache. An elderly couple stood huddled together near the entrance of the mercado. Their clothes were worn, their faces etched with worry. Elena watched as the old man counted out a handful of coins, his brow furrowed in frustration. The woman, her hand resting lightly on his arm, looked on with a mixture of sadness and resignation. Elena, her heart heavy with a wisdom beyond her years, understood their predicament. They were short of money, their meager funds insufficient to purchase even the most basic necessities. She had witnessed similar scenes before, the harsh realities of life laid bare in the marketplace. Driven by an impulse as pure as the mountain stream that flowed through her village, Elena approached the couple. Their heads turned in unison, their eyes reflecting surprise at being addressed by a stranger, let alone a child. "Buenas tardes," Elena greeted them, her voice soft but clear. "Are you hungry?" The old man hesitated, his pride momentarily preventing him from acknowledging their need. But the woman, her eyes welling up with tears, nodded slowly. "We were hoping to buy some tamales," she admitted, her voice barely a whisper. "But it seems we do not have enough." Without a word, Elena reached into the small pouch where she kept her allowance. It wasn't much, just a few pesos, but it was enough. "I will buy you some," Elena declared. She led them to a nearby stall where a woman was selling steaming hot tamales wrapped in fragrant banana leaves. Elena ordered a generous portion, enough for the couple to share, and added 2 cups of cool, refreshing horchata. As the elderly couple ate, their faces reflecting a mixture of gratitude and astonishment, Elena made a decision. It wasn't enough to simply satisfy their immediate hunger. They needed more, much more. Excusing herself politely, Elena explained that she had to run an errand for her grandmother. She promised to return soon, and the elderly couple, their hearts warmed by her kindness, assured her that they would wait. Elena hurried away, her mind racing. She knew exactly what she needed to do. Her allowance, meager as it was, would not suffice. But she had an idea, a plan that would require both courage and sacrifice. She ran all the way home, her breath coming in short, excited gasps. Bursting through the front door, she found her grandmother in the kitchen, preparing their evening meal. Elena, her words tumbling over each other in her haste, explained the situation, her voice filled with a passion that surprised even herself. Her grandmother, a woman who had known both hardship and generosity in equal measure, listened patiently. A knowing smile spread across her wrinkled face as Elena finished her story. Without a word, she went to the pantry and began filling a basket with rice, beans, tortillas, and other staples. Elena, her heart overflowing with gratitude, hugged her grandmother tightly. Together they filled 3 large bags with enough food to last the elderly couple for several days, perhaps even a week. As the sun began its final descent, casting the cobblestone streets in a warm golden glow, Elena made her way back to the mercado. The weight of the bags, heavy in her small arms, was nothing compared to the lightness in her heart. She found the elderly couple still waiting patiently near the entrance, their faces etched with a mixture of hope and uncertainty. When they saw Elena approaching, their eyes widened in disbelief. "We never expected this," the old man stammered, his voice thick with emotion. "You are too kind, little one." Elena simply smiled and set the bags down at their feet. "It is my pleasure," she replied. "No one should go hungry." As the elderly couple rummaged through the bags, their faces illuminated with joy and relief, Elena felt a profound sense of satisfaction. It was a feeling that transcended the simple act of giving. It was the realization that even the smallest act of kindness could have a ripple effect, touching the lives of others in ways she could scarcely imagine. As she turned to leave, the old woman reached out and took Elena's hand in hers. "May God bless you, mi niña," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "You have shown us great kindness this day." Elena, her heart brimming with a happiness that no amount of rice pudding could ever match, smiled and bid them farewell. As she skipped home under the watchful gaze of the moon, she carried with her the knowledge that true wealth was not measured in pesos and centavos, but in the love and compassion we share with others.